Bald eagle. The bald eagle is a classic icon of the United States, standing for strength, courage, and freedom. Chosen in 1782 as a symbol for our national emblem, today the bald eagle is depicted on a variety of official U.S. items, including passports, quarters, and the $1 bill. Bald eagles are large, predatory raptors that are recognizable for their brown body and wings, white head and tail, and hooked yellow beak. Their feet, which are also yellow, are equipped with sharp black talons. Juvenile bald eagles look very different from adults. They are almost entirely brown, with occasional white markings on the undersides of their wings and chest. As the juvenile gets older, the bill turns from dark brownish black to yellow and the head and tail turn white. Bald eagles grow to about 2.5 to 3 feet, 0.7 to 0.9 meters in height, and they have an impressive wingspan of 6.5 feet, 2 meters. Female bald eagles are larger than the males, but share the same coloration. Bald eagles are North American birds. Their range extends from the Mexico border through the United States and Canada. The birds are extremely populous in Alaska. They can be seen year-round in Alaska, along the east and west coasts, the Rocky Mountains, and the Mississippi River. The rest of the United States only sees bald eagles during the winter and their migration. Bald eagles like lakes, big lakes. During the summer, they can be seen soaring above lakes and in nearby trees. They prefer lakes and reservoirs with lots of fish and surrounding forests. In the winter, bald eagles can be seen around unfrozen lakes and hunting along coastlines, reservoirs, and rivers. During their migration, bald eagles are seen near all types of water habitats. Diet. Bald eagles love fish. These birds are opportunistic predators, and when fish aren't available, they'll eat whatever they can catch, including small birds and rodents. Bald eagles are also scavengers that will feed on carrion. If they see an opportunity, bald eagles may even steal food from other birds such as osprey. Life history. Bald eagles are solitary, but monogamous animals. Although they spend winters and migrations alone, bald eagles maintain the same breeding pair year after year. A mated eagle pair finds a nesting site and produces offspring each year. If one of the pair dies, the surviving bald eagle will look for a new mate in the next breeding season. The nests, also called eyries, are built on the tops of trees. The pair uses sticks and twigs to construct a platform nest. Some pairs return to the same nest year after year. Over time, an eagle's nest can be 6 feet across and 6 feet high, and can weigh over a ton. Bald eagles normally lay 2 or 3 eggs, which are incubated for about 35 days. Depending on the location, the eggs are laid in the winter or spring. Bald eagle eggs and chicks are not often threatened by predators, as the parents are almost always on the nest and are quite large, powerful birds. For about 2.5 months, the parents will care for the chicks by bringing food to the nest. The chicks take their time leaving the nest. After approximately 12 weeks, they work their way out onto the branches near the nest. They'll learn to fly, but stay in the nearby area. The parents continue to provide some food until the young are independent. Young eagles are on their own until they are about 5 years old. During their juvenile years, they will go through several color changes and molts. At about 5 years of age, they'll look for a mate. Bald eagles can live for about 20 to 30 years in the wild and even longer in captivity. Conservation. The bald eagle was previously listed under the Endangered Species Act, but was delisted in 2007 due to recovery efforts. It is not considered threatened or endangered. Though their population is increasing, bald eagles in the wild face a lot of threats that reduce their lifespan, including chemical pollutants such as mercury, persistent organic chemicals, heavy metals, and DDT, and insecticide. Bald eagles are really large. Bald eagles are sizable birds, with females reaching 43 inches long with an 8-foot wingspan and weighing about 14 pounds. Males are roughly 25% smaller and top out at about 10 pounds. This makes it easy to determine which bird is the female in a couple. Because females are so much larger, they don't maneuver as well in flight. Bald eagles vary in size depending on the region, but Alaskan bald eagles are consistently the largest. Young eagles can appear slightly larger than their parents when they still have their fledgling feathers. These somewhat larger feathers act as training wheels of sorts while the eagle is learning to fly. They live for a long time. Up to 80% of eagles die of accidents or starvation before they reach adulthood, but those that do mature at around 5 years old typically live for 15 to 25 years. Some have even lived for longer than 30 years in the wild and nearly 50 years in captivity. Despite the often circulated myth, eagles don't break their beaks and talons off and pluck their old feathers to experience a rebirth, allowing them to reach 70 years old. This is, in fact, biologically impossible. They have complex relationships with their mates. Bald eagles that reach adulthood usually mate for life. There are several caveats to that, though. Some have triad partnerships with 2 males and 1 female, or, more commonly, 2 females and 1 male. In these cases, one nest holds the combined eggs, and the birds take care of the eggs and young. Sometimes a territorial dispute results in an eagle breaking up a formed couple. Other times, a couple splits up after failed nesting attempts. If an eagle that is part of a couple dies, the other eagle will take a new mate. They build huge nests. Because bald eagles often use the same nest for years, continuously adding to them, their dwellings can get up to 9 feet wide and 20 feet deep and weigh 2 tons, though most reach only about half that size. One, a couple will start compiling their nest out of large sticks a month or 2 before mating. These massive wonders can be found at the top of trees with sturdy forked branches near water. They are excellent swimmers. Eagles are excellent swimmers, though if you see one, you might find them awkward looking. They use their wings to perform what is essentially a breaststroke. They usually do this when bringing a large fish to the shore. Bald eagles may also swim with their talons clamped around small birds such as geese, though larger fish and waterfowl are their meals of choice. 7 That eagles' talons lock on their prey is a myth. They steal food. Eagles will steal kills from hawks, ospreys, and other eagles, which makes them kleptoparasitic. This tendency becomes more pronounced when food is scarce. Usually the eagle will chase another bird, such as a gull or another eagle from a lower hierarchy, such as a juvenile one, until it drops its prey and the eagle can snatch it away. They weren't Benjamin Franklin's favorite bird. The tendency toward theft is one complaint that U.S. founding father Benjamin Franklin had about the bald eagle. He felt it was a lazy bird because it stole food. But contrary to the popular myth, Franklin didn't suggest the turkey for the Great Seal of the United States and lose out to the bald eagle. He just sent his daughter a letter 2 years later telling her that it was a disappointing choice. They are a conservation triumph. The bald eagle was once nearly extinct, with 487 breeding pairs of birds in 1963. In 2016, researchers estimated there were around 143,000 bald eagles in the United States. A variety of protections, including the Endangered Species Act, created conditions that helped the species rebound. Rachel Carson's book Silent Spring inspired changes that reversed the fate of bald eagles. In it, she discussed the damage DDT was doing to bird species, including eagles. DDT was a pesticide that entered the environment when used to prevent mosquitoes. Eagles and other birds that ingested the pesticide through water or eating prey species laid thin-shelled eggs that broke in the nest. They have underwhelming calls. Eagle calls don't match their visual majesty. Their call sounds more like a high-pitched tweet and chatter than the loud scream people imagine. The hungry eaglet cry gets louder as a parent comes closer with food. In general, they have a call that sounds like a much smaller bird, so movie makers dub in the sound of red-tailed hawks when they are showing a screaming eagle on the screen. They have excellent eyesight. Eagles do have eagle eyes. They can see 4 to 5 times better than humans. This 24th or 25th vision gives them the ability to see small prey like rabbits as far as 2 miles away. Not only can they see great distances, but their vision also stays in focus during rapidly changing depths. When you consider the eagle's flight and hunting style, this vision is necessary to safely fly at 30 to 40 miles per hour and dive at 100 miles per hour. They hunt a range of prey. Eagles live near water and primarily eat fish and waterfowl. Fish comprises between 25% and 65% of their diet, but this can vary based on where they live and what is available. When fish is not available, they eat small mammals like prairie dogs, rats, raccoons, rabbits, domestic kittens, and carrion, as well as livestock, including young pigs, goats, sheep, and free-ranging chickens. Eagles turn their eggs every few hours. It takes approximately 35 days for an eaglet to hatch from an egg. During that incubation period, one of the parents will turn the egg every 2 to 4 hours. This prevents the yolk from rising to the surface and causing its delicate blood vessels to stick to the inside of the shell, which could kill the chick.